to be corruption. And then what happened between her and the man? Sometimes the man leaves home. Since you know what I mean, you know what is going on now. I want to hide, I want to sneak. You know, I want to sneak around to go where I was going. And so, let me tell you something. This town is a serious thing. I remember one time a friend told a wife where her husband used to be. And the wife went there. And when she got there, a fight broke out. And she killed the woman. And she went to jail. Now, if she was a real friend, she would not have, taken that news to her friend about where her husband was or where he hangs out. It was me. I'm taking nothing, no news to nobody. You will know if you catch it yourself. And this has been a problem in a lot of broken marriages. News being carried back and forth, Sister Doc said. And because of the news carrying back and forth, it caused the husband and the wife to live at odds. And there's no peace in the home. And so this morning, the Bible is telling us how we have to be so careful. Be careful, little mouth, what you say, little eyes, what you see. Sometimes you have to see like your eyes see, Sister Dawson. Some of them so smart anyhow. You'll see them in certain places. And yet still they will tell you, not me, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Oh yeah, they'll deny that. Oh, yes, they will deny. But the tongue, we have to be careful. We have to be so careful now more than ever before. The thing about it now is that we're not talking about just verbal, confrontation. You can have someone pull a gun. I know this happened early this year. Some family members took the girlfriend to where the guy was. She went into the house and he shot her. She died. Yes, she died. And so we have to be so careful. Even in a church, we have to be careful carrying news back and forth, up and down. You have some people who are known to be news carriers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. We're talking about the town this morning. Sister Molly, the town. How deadly the town. Yes, how deadly the town is. They carry news up and down. You have churches that have been split because of news, wrong news. Yes. Separate people. Maybe separate this one, separate that one through gossip. What James is saying this morning, even the town is a little member and boasted great things. Say, behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. You can have a whole choir split, all because of the tongue. Someone bought the wrong news. Sister Debbie said so and so. Mind you, she didn't say it that way. But because it wasn't carried in the right way, the news bearer took it, added her piece to it, and it turned out to cause a breakup, cause division. Where we once used to sing in peace, now there's division. Why? Because you say, I say. Not only the town now is a problem, but we've got the social media out there. And when they put something out there on that social media, no matter how bad or how much they may go back and try to retract, what's out there is going to remain out there. You still have people who wouldn't believe what they came back and said it wasn't so. They still believe it. They still believe what they heard. Why? Because it was juicy gossip. It was something, they could run with. It is something that they could share with others. You know what I mean? Some people just love to be in the limelight. They like to be with all the latest gossip and so because of the news that goes out there on social media, some people, that's all they check social media for, to see what's the latest out there. They want to know what's trending, what's going on, who's saying what. And because of the tongue. And then we cannot take the tongue, but we cannot cut the tongue out to avoid all this mix-ups today. You need the tongue to witness for the Lord. You need the tongue to be able to worship and to give God praises and the thanks. And so we have to depend on the Holy Spirit to help us to control this tongue. So many times you are tempted to say some things. You're tempted to say some things. But the Holy Spirit would touch you, would whisper to you, let you know, do not answer. Do not say anything at this time. And you held in your peace. But sometimes we be disobedient. And when we are disobedient and we find ourselves answering back, we get ourselves in trouble. We get ourselves, like you have some people, they used to say, you see that person there? Oh, you better beware of her. She's carrying news. She's a news bearer. And so we don't want that label on us. If it's news bearer, you want it to be good news. You want it to be something that will help build up one another. We want to be able to encourage one another. We want to be able to motivate one another. We want to be able, to use the tongue. Speak constructive things. Morning. Or death and life are in the power of the tongue. And so I want to ask you this morning, why is the tongue so destructive? To the glass, why is the tongue so destructive? To the glass this morning. Why is the tongue? Good morning, Brother Bristol. Morning. Why is the tongue? Can you help me, Sister Betty? Why is the tongue?
Because the tongue is loose, and There are some people who are just solely gossipers, and all they do is gossip and talk freely. And there's nothing that a whole lot of dance and movements. It moves freely. And when we send out bad gossips and news, it causes confusion, it destroys. And when it destroys, it tears down. And there are some people who just mainly never tear people down instead of uplifting people. There are some people who take that as a joy, who just enjoy doing it. That's just a hobby that they enjoy doing it. And so, because of our confusion, when we have confusion, there's no peace. I don't know if I hit the nail on the head, but I said a little something that makes sense.
Hurting people hurt people.
Right.
So if you're hurting a man, you're not even thinking at the end of the day that what you're saying is going to hurt somebody else. You just want them to experience the same hurt that you're hurting at that very present moment.
You're not conscious of it.
You're not conscious of it.
Yeah, so
And then again, you have some persons, it's a habit, and they do it so much that it becomes a habit. Well, just for instance, when you be around somebody who curses a lot of times they curse and they don't even know that they're cursing because it becomes a part of them every day. That's something that they do. And so in just having a normal conversation, you will find that they curse, and so you got to stop them and remind them, hey, you just cursed. I just cursed. No, man, I cursed. Yeah, you just cursed. And so you have to realize that at the end of the day, you have a lot of people who don't think before they speak.
That's yeah.
And then again, we have some people who are just naturally troublemakers. That's their nature. That's what they enjoy doing. And they always bear a bad news and cause confusion and strife. And when there's no peace, there's confusion, there's strife, there's so many things that make your life complicated.
And so, thank you very much, Sister Molly. Sister Kay said hurting people hurts people. But do you think they know that they are hurting?
No, they don't care.
Yeah.
Not conscious.
I think sometimes they do know that they're hurting and they intentionally inflict hurt on others. I personally feel like to a certain extent they are aware to a certain extent that they are hurting. Because I'm not happy, I don't want to see nobody else around me happy. Because I'm miserable, I want other persons to be just as miserable as me. Misery love company. And if I could be around somebody who's the both of us that we're talking negativity, the both of us that we say this, the both of us doing all of that, then we all in one company, we feeding off one another. So that's what it all boils down to. That's what it all down. And that's why it's so important, to surround yourself around persons who are going to fight for persons. Persons who are going to, in spite of your circumstance and the situation, they can help you see a way through. They can help you guide you through. They can help you realize that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't matter how dark the tunnel is, there is still a light. And then that's how others who, at the end of the day,
That's the nature.
The nature to hurt people.
There are
Or
some
to
people
speak,
like that.
to speak negative. Yeah.
For some people, it is a hobby.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. Just if you have hobby for other things, they have hobby. And you find out sometimes that they don't just attach themselves. Some people just like them, but they just really do attach
Where they were
themselves.
very flock together.
Yeah, words and feather flock together. And always into cause confusion. No matter how simple something might be. And you can just fix that without even saying a
Look
word.
at, look at how
But
the,
they will have to make a big hullabaloo just to try.
Just first, man.
Go ahead.
My mind's gone on Rodney Montreal.
yeah,
Bahamian people, a lot of women are drawn to things like that. Why? Because he's a bearer of news. And most of the time, the news is what excites people. And that is why his show is popular. Because when you want to hear the latest, just tune into the station and you'll be well informed of what's going on around. And most of the time, it's negativity.
negative, yeah.
Case in point, there was an example I experienced right beside the office area where I work. One of the senior personnel said something, and the secretary was there. She said something to the secretary. The secretary, in return, said it to the person who she was talking about. So it was like she stirred up something that didn't need to be stirred up. Could have ended right there. And when she said it to that person, it caused that person to get upset. The person started growling and carrying on, and this and that and all. She said, I only telling you what they say, but you're not to tell her that. You know, certain things you're being conscious of. You know that it's going to cause confusion. You know that it's going to create some type of bitterness or bad blood or whatever. So there are certain things that you just shouldn't say. You just shouldn't repeat certain things. You should leave certain things unseen, unheard, you know what I mean? And so I stood there and I was like, oh wow, it's like you couldn't wait till that person come in office to tell that person what this person say just to cause confusion. You know, so yeah, you see that in action so many times, you know, because
It's the norm.
it is the norm. And she seems to be a very problematic person because she got transferred from someplace else there because of you saying, I say confusion and this one saying other thing and all the other stuff. So yeah, lots of persons who are
But naturally born troublemakers. That's their nature. Even your family have some. In the workplace you have some. Everywhere you go, you meet somebody who is like that. And it spreads fire, it spreads confusion. There's always something going on in their life.
The secretary said about the secretary and the person, if they have given a message to that person, then it was her place to pass it on. And we have a lot of people today. They like to say, people converse with each other. I will tell you something, I will say, he say, she say, they say, whatever. I say. I should be the first one to say something, and the rest of it. But we have to be careful in life today, because if they know the word secretary, they will know exactly what their status or standards are. There are certain things you can talk and say things out loud. Secrecy. There's something here which is sworn to secrecy. That's why everybody can't work in certain areas. Because there are some deep things discussed in that meeting and you're not allowed to talk. If a person even come and ask you a question, you cannot talk about the things that was discussed in that particular meeting. If you, like I said, if you're given a message, take the message to the person. But as long as you are not given a message, just not be discussed. Even if I, like you say, if you see a friend, husband and wife or whatever they might have, and if it is something you know it is detrimental to that wife, why would you go and tell that wife? I have seen many times things happen, and I don't have anything to say. Let them find out. Bible say prove all things. Then you go and you prove it to yourself. Then you can talk, but don't look to me saying to tell you I see so and so. That's their business. They're going to work it out one way or the other. But we have to learn to control, like you say, the tongue. It's cannot tame, the Bible tells you that. Loose. It's the only method in the body that cannot tame between the animals, all kind of creatures. But when you come to the tongue, gossip all day long. But why not pray and try to encourage somebody spiritually instead of talking negatively to the person? Speak about the Lord and tell them, because people are going through things and they need somebody to encourage them. And if you can tell them about the Lord, lift their morale, give them something, give them hope to hold on to. Maybe what you have experienced, they might have gone through but not as bad as you. So share your experience with them as my students, so you should lift their spirit. And they say, my God, you gone through that. I must be going through my what I going through. Like I said with Joe's sister, then you say, well, I didn't know you were Joe's sister. I didn't know Joe had a sister. But through it all, see, when you trust God, like Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him,